When you're standing on the tee and thinking about whether a piece of tech is really worth the money, the hesitation is real. You've probably seen the glossy ads, the sleek demo videos, and the promise that a launch monitor can turn a casual weekend player into a data-driven golfer overnight. I get that. That's why I'm going to walk through the Foresight Sports GC3S Golf Launch Monitor and Rangefinder bundle the way you'd want to hear it, no hype. Just the practical stuff that matters once you unbox it, set it up in your garage or on the range, and start using it day after day. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the core problem most buyers face. You need accurate data, but you also need a system that actually fits into the way you practice. The GC3S isn't a single sensor gizmo you bolt onto a club. It's a 3-camera setup that captures both club head and ball flight. That sounds impressive, but it also means you have to carve out a little space, roughly a 10 by 10 foot area, to let the cameras see the swing from the right angles. If you live in a cramped apartment or a tiny backyard, that could be the hidden trade-off that makes the whole bundle feel more like a chore than a benefit. On the flip side, if you have a garage, a basement, or a dedicated hitting mat, the cameras settle into a compact rig that can be rolled away when you're done, making it genuinely portable for indoor and outdoor use. What does the data actually look like once you've got it? The GC3S feeds you club speed, smash factor, launch angle, spin, and even shot dispersion, all the metrics you'd expect from a high-end launch monitor. The real value shows up when you pair those numbers with the built-in course management insights. For a golfer who's trying to shave strokes off a specific hole, you can run a practice session, see the exact carry distance you're getting with a 7-iron, then overlay that on the course layout to plan where you need to land. That kind of actionable information is why the Gold subscription is included. It gives you access to the software that turns raw numbers into a playbook you can actually use on the course. Now, who should walk away with this bundle? If you're a low-handicap player who already tracks your stats in a spreadsheet and wants a reliable way to validate swing changes, the GC3S is a solid investment. It shines for coaches too. Having 3 precision cameras means you can record a swing from multiple perspectives without adding extra hardware, and the video feed syncs with the data, so you can point out exactly where a club path deviates from the ideal. For someone who spends a few hours a week on the range and is serious about improving distance control, the system pays for itself quickly because it removes the guesswork. On the other side of the spectrum, if you're a weekend golfer who only hits a few balls a month, you might find the setup time and space requirement more of a hassle than a help. The bundle also includes a rangefinder, which is handy, but if you already own a reliable handheld unit, you're essentially paying twice for a feature you don't need. And let's be honest, the price point sits in the upper mid-range of launch monitors, so if your budget is tight, there are simpler, single-camera options that give you basic ball flight data without the extra club analytics. Those alternatives won't give you the depth of insight the GC3S does, but they'll still let you see if your driver is consistently hitting 250 yards or not. In terms of practical strengths, the 3-camera architecture gives you a level of reliability that single-camera units sometimes lack. Because the system captures both the club and the ball, you get a full picture of the swing mechanics, which is especially useful when you're trying to diagnose a timing issue or a release problem. The software integration is another win. The interface is intuitive enough that you can start a session in under a minute, and the data visualizations are clean, not overloaded with jargon. I've also noticed that the Gold subscription isn't a gimmick. It actually unlocks the course mapping features that let you simulate a round on a virtual version of your home course, which is a fun way to keep the practice engaging. The weaknesses are more about the environment than the technology. The cameras rely on good lighting, so you'll need a well-lit space. Bright daylight works best, but you'll also want to avoid harsh shadows that can confuse the sensors. In a dimly lit garage, you might see occasional data spikes or missed reads, which can be frustrating when you're trying to track incremental improvement. Also, the initial learning curve for the software, while not steep, does require you to spend a bit of time learning where each metric lives and how to interpret it. If you expect a plug-and-play experience that instantly tells you your swing is perfect,